Hi there. I'm going to take you through some unique exercises that will help you balance better over time. Now, balance is a really unique skill where many things need to occur simultaneously in order for us to remain upright, preventing falls, as well as doing really more complicated movement patterns. Now, our brain takes in information from our environment, really from our eyes, our ears, and the rest of the body. It processes that information and allows us to actually have really good movement, but also importantly, preventing falls over time. And one of those things that need to happen is really good eye information as well as information coming from our vestibular system or our inner ear. And the stronger those are together, the better your balance is going to be. So I'm going to introduce some eye exercises along with head movement. And both of those actually not only strengthen the eyes, but it strengthens your vestibular system. And so that balance becomes better over time. Now, I have a pen here with a colored tip, and this is kind of what we would call a target. So you would just want to have something you can hold like a pen or a pencil. Something with a little colored tip is also really helpful, particularly if you practice this over time, having a color that you really like. I just have a red tip on my pen that's, great for me, and it's easy to follow against a background that can be kind of bright. And so, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving our target, and our eyes are going to follow the target, but the head is going to stay still initially. So, I'm just going to take two fingers on my chin just to make sure my head doesn't move. I'm going to get into a really good stance. And then, actually, if you're new to this, a good thing to do is to do this in a seated position. And you can also even do these laying down, because for some people, they can tend to get dizzy or nauseous. And if that's the case, perfectly fine to do it laying down for a while until you develop this strength over time. But if you are standing, make sure your feet are lined up nice and parallel and you're in a really good stance. You got your abdominals engaged as well as shoulders back and then the head in line with the spine. Now you want to hold your target out about arm's length away. The closer it is, it's actually much harder. And so arm's length away is really perfect. Yep. And then our eyes have all of these muscles around. And if we strengthen the muscles along with some head turns, your balance actually gets better over time. And so I'm going to move my target, but keep my head still. And I'm just going to go to my right. And I'm not going to go too far. You don't want to go too far at first and then to the left. And you're just, nice and slow. And you want your eyes to follow the target, back and forth. Yeah, and then also keep breathing because a lot of times when we hold something still like our head, we tend to hold our breath. So just keep the breath moving here and just moving that side to side. And then coming back to center. Now I'm going to take it in my other hand and I'm going to go up and down. Again, my head's going to stay still, but my eyes are going to move and then just follow the target as I go up and down. Yeah, and keeping it out about, arm's length is actually really good over time. And your eyes can get pretty tired pretty quickly. So if you feel like your eyes are getting tired or you're getting a little bit of a headache, that might be it for you today. You can also cover your eyes so that no light is coming in and giving your eyes a rest there. Now, in addition to side movement and up and down, we also have diagonal movements that we want to strengthen as well. So I'm going to go up to my left and down to my right. Yeah, holding my head still. I'm going to follow my target up left and down right. Keep breathing and just keep kind of your facial muscles relaxed, as well as keeping the target about an arm's length away. That's it. And then I'm going to go the other way. So up right or my right and down my left. And then just about 3 times. The more that you do this, you can go up to 5. but no reason to really do more than that, per exercise. Yeah, so that was keeping the head still while moving the eyes. Now, another one, and I'm just going to introduce one more for you today, and that's keeping the target still as you move your head. Yeah, so the target is just going to stay here in front of me, and I'm going to move my head right and then move my head left, but keep my eyes on the target. Yeah, so this is really great for your vestibular system to move the head, but keep your eyes still. Yeah. And then, so that was right to left. Now up to down. I'm just going to switch hands just so that one arm doesn't get too tired. I'm going to keep my eyes on the target as I move my head up and then keep my eyes on the target as I move my head down. Now, this can look a little creepy. If somebody's watching you do that's kind of one of those horror movies where, you get followed by the eyes as, the head is moving, but so good for your eyes to do this. Yeah, and then making sure you keep your eyes on the target. Now, I'm going to switch and then I'm going to move my head in my diagonals. Yeah. Again, arm distance away. I'm going to move my head up and right as I keep my eyes on the target, down and left. Inhale, maybe in one direction, and exhale in the other. Inhale and exhale. And then I'll go in my other diagonal. Inhale up left, exhale down right. Yeah, and one side is always a little bit more uncoordinated. I know this side is a little more uncoordinated for me, and I have to kind of think about it, or my brain has to process it before it actually happens. Now, another thing that you can do over time is you can keep your head still, and then you can do little circles around. Yeah, so now you're kind of hitting all kind of corners here. Yeah, and then just starting with a really small circle at first and just going in one direction. Yeah. And then just doing like 3 circles initially and then going in the other direction. Mhm. And keep breathing as you're going up and around. And then keeping the target still as the head moves in a circle. Yeah. And so any of these, throughout the day are so great. Yeah. And doing the other circle, particularly if you look at a computer screen or screen all day long, or you tend to look at your phone. But all of us have work where we are on the computer all day long. Yeah. And when your eyes are fixed on one spot, they don't have that chance to really move around. And our eyes are really designed to move in all of these directions. And you get an added benefit of your eyesight becoming better, as well as your balance becoming better over time. So let me know how those go for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much.